After an underwhelming performance on Tuesday, Bronny was solid in his second scrimmage at the NBA Draft Combine Wednesday with his pops watching in the stands. So Bronny finished the game with a team-high 13 points in 23 minutes of action, going 4 for 10 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3.
Hey, Bronny.
Out there looking huff. So like I mentioned, LeBron was there sitting next to Lakers GM Rob Pelinka.
Lord.
And there have been reports of some team interest in Bronny. You see it.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
Why you looking like your daddy? But when y'all look at Bronny, I know we talked about him earlier in the week, coming back with a performance like this. Rashad, I see you have the black Air Forces. I'm just pointing out you have black Air Force Ones on. What do you think about this whole situation? And do you feel like Bronny can get it done in the league?
Can he get it done in the league? Like I stand on all of my statements about when you're a college basketball player, you gotta be one of those guys, dominate, get that experience and knowing how it feels like to be one up on everybody that's in your position. I feel like he should do that. Being able to show your competition, at least your peers, that you are elite. And then I think going into the league at this point right now, trying not to be behind his dad is going to put him at a discrepancy because he hasn't been dominant. Like like Austin Rivers, like him coming into the league, he was dominant. Like he's dominant in college, he was dominant in high school. It was only up to him to show that he could be dominant in the NBA. So he didn't have no pressure up until he played for his dad. So like Bronny is like now he has to prove all these things while being in the NBA.
Prove what?
That he
Well, don't you think it might be easier
He has to
because
prove
he's
that he
not
can
going to
play in
have
the NBA.
that? I mean, outside of just being LeBron James' son, he doesn't really have that pressure to go in the league and completely dominate like Austin Rivers did.
He don't have experience.
That's what I'm saying. So like, why can't he just go in
Experience
and just
of what though?
feel it out
Like he
a
does have
regular
What do you
rookie?
want him? What do you want him to be?
An experienced basketball player. He hasn't played.
He is an experienced basketball
What
player.
18-year-old Kobe?
He looked like he looked like a pro to me.
Yeah, what experience did Kobe
That
have?
shit that he was doing, that shit that he was doing over there, he was never
doing
trying
that
that at USC.
Huh?
Like that stuff he was doing at the combine, he has never been doing that at USC.
Combine, bro.
It don't matter. It's just,
That's the toughest
bro, it's the
place.
NBA.
Stop, y'all. Stop.
Bro,
What
it's
is
the
the combine? So
Bro, it's
the
the
combine
NBA.
is.
Combine is like practicing.
These dudes are.
So who,
First of all, these guys
you
are.
didn't even stop. He didn't even play in the combine. He's lying.
Because I didn't have to.
Of course. What you talking
He
doesn't even know what it is.
didn't have to.
No.
I was that good. We was the best.
No,
we didn't have to.
So he doesn't know
We
nothing
didn't
about
have
the
to do
combine.
that.
So he
The
doesn't know
combine-
nothing about the
So
combine.
you didn't have to go do.
We didn't have to play.
do all that stuff.
So he don't know what it is to
We
be the
didn't have to
combine.
play.
Okay, yeah.
When you play, you have to
back
prove.
then, yeah,
You
yeah.
You have to prove that you can play.
Yes.
They had the scrimmages for guys who had to
Prove. Kids that had to
have to do
prove,
that.
not a bunch of walk-ons in college basketball. That's all the people trying to come into the draft.
The college is it. I
He
think
wouldn't have to
college
be
basketball
out there scrimmaging.
What?
College basketball is not in
That's my
good
point.
shape right now.
This
think
is harder than college.
Yeah.
What's hard about it?
Everybody's trying to make it to the NBA right here.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? What does it mean?
Harder?
Than college?
That means everybody out there trying to compete. It's either I'm going to the draft or I'm going back to school.
Yeah.
Or I'm going overseas.
What's the
I think
difficulty
getting
there?
Playoff basketball?
What's the difficulty
It's a
there?
draft
That's what I said.
You
He's
have
never-
options. There's no
he's
pressure
never-
when you got options.
He's never played in it. That's
You
why
got-
he's
you got
speaking.
options.
Nobody's going to the NBA
He's not
combine
speaking-
talking about,
If
yo, I'm not
Bronny-
trying to go to the
if
NBA.
Bronny doesn't play good there, you know what he can do?
What?
Go back to college.
Okay, that's not what he wants to do, though.
But he has that option.
If
That's
he-
not
then
what,
he can go
that's
play.
not, actually,
Then he
that's not
can-
his option because he
Yes, it
doesn't
is.
want. No, he
Yes,
doesn't
it
want
is.
that.
But
doesn't want
he
that.
has 2 weeks to decide if he wants to go back or not.
So if he's
Listen,
not
Reports
playing
are
well,
that
Listen, that
he
looked like
stays
a
not
whole
playing
different
well.
player, bro. Bronny looked like a
he
whole
can
different
go
player right now.
choose any team he wants to play on and go a whole nother year and get some more experience and then come out next year.
So if you saw this
He
player,
looked fine
and
enough
he wasn't
right now.
LeBron James' son, you wouldn't be impressed by how he played in the combine?
No, I'll tell him go back to school.
No, he wouldn't.
Come on.
You tell him to move around?
Y'all want me to have the
Bro,
same
Bronny
opinion
averaged the
y'all
same.
have.
Bronny averaged the same thing I
Y'all
averaged overseas
crazy
and didn't
with that
play.
shit.
By the time I got to the
crazy.
combine and all
You know the
this,
funny part is?
Not impressive.
He's
What are you hitting wide
because
open
he had
shots?
He had the second best.
There's guys in the NBA who can't hit wide open shots right now. We watch it every day.
So we just want to add another one?
But he is hitting. You said he
You just want to add another one?
He is
just
making
because?
shots.
said
He is
he's
making
hitting
shots.
wide open shots. So no, you're not adding someone that
what's
doesn't
the-
hit wide
He had
supposed
open.
to be it's not
He had
impressive.
the second best 3 rounds or 25 spots. He had the second best in all of it. So if there's 100-something kids there, he had the second best.
Top 6 vertical, if I'm not mistaken.
Top 6 vertical, like he has an NBA body. He's a guard. How many guards his height have 40-inch vertical?
Nobody's trying to say Bronny needs to go in here and average 30, but if they're comparing him to guys like Pat Bev, at the most Drew Holiday and stuff like that, that's a good
Eric
comparison.
Gordon,
Like, bro, that's over 10 years.
Eric Gordon was a
What's
lottery.
the rush?
You said, what's the rush?
I'm at. What's the rush?
I mean, I agree with
I'm
that.
ready.
He doesn't have to rush.
I mean,
What
the
do you
rush is
mean?
it ain't no rush. I'm ready.
If your comparison
I'm
is
ready.
Drew Holiday and Pat Bev, and you can go and get better and have your comparison be Kyrie Irving, like why not stay and get better?
Because you're going to get that in NBA. You're going to get the NBA trainer to train you.
But I'm ready
to be
now,
that
though.
person.
I've been ready. I've been
My
around
dad's
my dad.
LeBron
I've been around my
James.
dad my
I
whole
don't
life.
need to do
I've been
all that.
around all this. He's been getting
He
ready.
wants to get out of that shadow. Clearly, he makes it known.
Then stay in college and get better.
No, I feel
How
like
you getting
it's
better?
gonna
You're
make
getting
the
better
shot.
at
He looked
college.
better now. He
You're
looked
getting
better
better-
than he was at USC.
You're
The
getting
shit that
better-
he's doing now, he wasn't even doing at USC. He wasn't even trying to float the. He wasn't even
whose fault
doing
was
none of
that?
that.
College
USC,
basketball.
college
It's-
basketball.
The machine.
But
College-
Ain't no
City.
zone in the NBA. You
The
told him
NBA
playing zone
is
Who
basketball.
told
way
him to
more
go to
wild.
UFC?
Huh?
Who told him to go to USC?
Himself.
He did. He's a
Did he
grown
make a
man.
mistake?
He's a grown man. He
Did he
make his
make a
own
mistake?
decisions.
No.
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 Well,
Look,
going to
he's still-
USC, going to
No.
USC is generally a mistake.
He averaged the
anyway,
same
but-
shit I averaged when I went to Europe that one year. Got to the combine, got to the workouts, killing top 10. You never know what could happen, bro. Never know. But that shit look all right. What he doing right now, I'm not saying he got to go out there, but he looked way more
Go back to
comfortable
school.
than he did over there.
Hey, I guarantee you,
the
if
game
we
is
would've said-
way more
if we
wider.
would have said this before we seen it, do you think he's going to play in the combine? We would have all said no.
Say it again.
If we say, do you think Bronny will play in the combine and go against all those kids in the combine? We would have all said no. He'd just do private workouts by himself so he doesn't get embarrassed.
I would have never thought he would come out.
Why not?
Because you barely played and you average like 5 points a game. Like
So
that's just
what?
a no.
There's a lot of
It's an automatic.
There's a lot of people
no.
that average 5.
There's some people that's-
overseas.
But
They
that's
come
what
over
the
and average
combine
5 or
is
7.
For.
No.
For players like that to show what they have.
Show their NBA players. I'm not
Combine.
Show
counting
that they're NBA players.
The
He
combine
looks like an NBA player.
is a resume trajectory where you show if you're ready for the NBA after you have a resume in college. You have a college resume and you come out for the draft to see where you place amongst everyone else and your peers. If you haven't played, what are you coming out here for?
I'm just trying to
Were
figure
there
out
lottery
what
picks out there
everybody-
playing?
No.
But
But I'm just trying to figure out what everybody's expectations
So
of Bronny is.
there's no lottery picks out there playing. Just what you just said.
Because the lottery picks
So
are
then
scared.
what is that?
They never said that he was going to be lottery though, so he could be first round though.
So what's so funny is the
Lakers got what, the 17th
This is the
pick?
funny part. The Matrix, Sean Marion was going to be a second-round pick when he came out. He went to combine, toured up, was a lottery.
so
I believe it.
So Rashad, I understand exactly what you're saying, but I will point out.
Stephen
I
had Stephen Hunter on my team, and all I said is, look, rebound, I throw it up the court, I'm throwing it. All he did was just run and dunk the whole time. Picked what, 15? He got picked 15 because of it.
So I will say I understand exactly what you're saying in terms of having to have that resume coming in, but it's not unheard of to see guys with low numbers like that. I'll give you an example. Peyton Watson, freshman year at UCLA, 3.3 points per game, 3 rebounds. Not to
Coming
say,
off the bench,
not to say it's
Johnny-
one for
and
one
Johnny-
comparison.
hey,
I'm not saying LeBron.
And Johnny
Bronny is-
Hussein, who had the resume, didn't even get drafted.
But if they see potential in a young kid, and this is bigger than Bronny.
I just feel like you got this energy because he's LeBron James.
That's it. That's the only reason.
That's a good thing that you guys can point that out, right? It's easy for you guys to point that out.
Rashad, you wore a
because
you wore a
we're
LeBron
talking about
jersey this
LeBron's
week.
kid, right? Right? But I'll put this out there. When my second year in college, I could have came out, get top 10. I could have been top 15. I averaged 20.
You would have been.
So I said to my advisor, who was William Wesley, I do not want to be another player that's out. I want to be top 3. You got to go back to school, Shad, and win a championship and make it undeniable. I had to make a decision. What kind of player do I want to be? Do I want to be a player amongst all these other players who can mix me up and have me just be another Johnny Juzang or Stephen Hunter? Or do I want to be elite? I want to be elite. I have a bigger standard for Bronny, not just because of his dad, because of his ability and his potential. Don't waste that just based on you trying to rush into this situation because everybody wants you to be there. You can hone your skills, you can get better as a player, and you can dominate in college. And you can have your college career be dominant enough to say, if I don't even make it in the NBA, I can look back and be like, yo, my college career was elite. My college career was elite.
So
my jersey's in the rafters, all of that stuff.
Okay, cool. So
right?
you went back.
But if I don't do that and something doesn't go right in the NBA, I'm just another fucking.
Do you think he can still have a historic college career even though the way his freshman season went?
If y'all saying that he went to the wrong school and he didn't get to play and all that shit, pick the right school. The NIL allows you now to go into the portal and say, I want to go to a team where I can actually play and hone in my skills.
Okay, so your sophomore year after you averaged 20, you would have went top 10. William West convinced you to go back to school to win a championship for you to be top 3. You went back to school, won a championship. Were you top 3?
Nope.
Okay. And then the guy.
You want to know why I wasn't top 3?
No. Then the guy.
I think you need to know why I wasn't.
The guy who did not have a resume, the guy who did not have a college resume, he was a freshman who had all this upside. He was young because you're a junior at this point. So that means as a junior, they done depicted all your flaws. As a sophomore, they don't really have any flaws on you. So top 10, top 5. As a junior, they get to pick at you more. So they pick a freshman who was the 3rd, 4th option on the team, right? Williams, where did he get picked? 2, 3?
Second.
Yeah. The younger you are, I know you hate to hear it.
Hear what?
The younger you are, the better your chance. That's just the NBA fact. Unless you're averaging 35, 30 points as a junior or senior, they're going to go after the youth. If you look at the top 14 picks, they're all 18, 19 years old. That's what they want. Every year, there's no change. The best player that was 21 and over in the last 5, 6 years is Rui. There's only been 4 picks that's been 22 and up. Everybody else is 18, 19, 20. That's who they want.
Who went number one? Who went number one that year?
What year?
Sean May?
The year you're talking about, Marvin went number 2. Who went number 1?
Okafor? I don't know.
So you don't know, right? But you knew that. You knew that, but you don't know this. Yeah, you knew everything. When it come down to me, you know that. You don't know this.
I know who the number 2 pick was.
Andrew Bogut was number 1.
Okay.
You know what year he was? And you don't know what year he was either. Oh, okay. He was older.
He's
player.
Australian, so we don't.
He was older.
How old was he?
Okay, he was older.
Yeah.
How old was Andrew Bogut?
Yeah, he was in Utah. Yeah, he was older. Right? So the point that I'm making is, when I had to go back to solidify where I wanted to be picked, I was there. Number 3 to Portland. You know who they picked?
Who?
Martell Webster. You know why they picked him?
Why?
Because my coach did not have good things to say about me.
Monte Webster, 19, him?
But do you think but did you cause that or
because at the time, all of the players in the draft were seasoned college players.
No, but how was your relationship?
Monte Webster, 19.
My relationship was
That's
what
what
it
he
was.
said?
Regardless of what it was, I was good enough to go top 3 where I was predicted to go.
Bogut was 20, I think,
That's
when he
the
was
point.
drafted. But
Right?
That's always been my point. My point is he can establish himself to have a resume where it's undeniable to pick him in the
I know what you're saying. I don't feel like what you're saying is wrong.
Mess it up like they messed it up for you. Why can't
No,
you figure it out?
because my coach did that,
Bogut-
not anybody else.
Bogut was 20.
In college, what if
He
something
got to
like
pick
that?
the right school. I didn't pick the right school.
Bogut was
either.
20?
So why didn't you leave?
Because I knew I was going to solidify myself in the legacy of North Carolina.
But that was a different time, too. So if you left, you had to sit out for a whole last year.
I mean, I sat out.
But you don't think-
I made that decision because I was going to leave.
But you don't
Not
think,
that-
like, if Bronny go to the draft, right, get drafted, and he on the 2-way, and he's developed, like, I think he'll be able to develop faster in the G League than he would be able to go back to college.
But
Depending
No,
on what
but I'm
college
just
you
saying,
go
like, you know, if he gets drafted, whatever, like, he'll
like
probably,
Kenya said the other day, G League kind of feels like a graveyard now. I know what you're saying from the standpoint of development, but it's
shit, not
also
for him.
potential for a dude to
Shit,
get lost.
I mean, shit, not for him. He'll sell out. Like, they'll come watch him play in the G League. for a couple
have a
games.
plan for
I'm just
him.
saying, like, just to get, if you don't think he's ready now, I'm not going back to college, though. I'd rather go to the G League or whatever, be on a two-way, come up and down and whatever for the first year. We're not looking at Bronny and be like, man, he going to come in and go for 30. It's just, bro, he can play, though.
But why not, though? Why not have that expectation for him where he could create that expectation for us to have? Stay in college and be that nigga where we can be like, yo, Bronny's about to come out.
What if he
Because-
doesn't want to do that?
Yeah,
What if he
because
just
college
wants
is not
to
in
be
that
a
house,
kid?
because I don't think college is in that household.
Sometimes you're
That household,
Why
that
can't he
household
just
ain't
wanna go
breeding.
be an
That
NBA
household ain't
player?
breeding college.
sometimes
Man,
you're
ain't
one,
got
two,
you know who my dad is?
sometimes your 1-2 ain't got nothing to do with it.
Man,
What do you
listen,
mean? What is
listen,
it?
college ain't good.
If he
Listen,
doesn't
college
plan
ain't good
on
enough for this
staying-
Sometimes
If he
you
household.
got
doesn't plan on
to.
staying to get his degree, what is he staying there for?
To get better.
He can get better in the league.
Can he?
Right, yes.
Yes.
It's the best league. It's the best league.
Are you kidding?
There's no other league that
So
you
is
can
the
get better.
league, is the NBA a development league?
Now it is.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yes.
is?
Now it
That's
is.
what we're doing?
For young players?
It is now.
Yes.
Now, when
That's
we
the-
came up,
Yeah? So
It
it's
is
not
now.
we don't have a life expectancy of 3 years now?
yeah, when you come out at 22, yeah, and then and then you're 25, yeah.
I'm in at 22.
You come in at 18
Yes,
and your
okay.
expectancy is 21, yeah, you
Yeah,
still
like we got
about
time.
6
Yeah.
years.
6 years.
Yeah.
A team is investing in a 6-year project
Yeah.
for every single player that's
see it,
under.
not
Yeah, we see it all the time.
player,
I
but
can
we
name some
see
players
it.
right now.
That's-
Since, I mean, when we
You
bring up the
can name some
Donovan
players who
Mitchell
got
shit.
paid that because they 3 years, 4 years into the league.
Bring up a name that we don't know about that didn't have an established name under 18 or under 19 that's still in the league right
We're not
now.
talking. We're talking about someone with an
That's still in the league
established
right now. Jokic. We didn't know nothing about him.
Came in at 18,
We can say Ingram. We can say, I mean, shit, everybody.
came in at 18, but Ingram went to college.
Wait, can they come in at 18? I don't think they
He came in at 19
no more.
Wait,
Wait, no,
19.
Ingram.
I think
Wait,
it's 19.
Jason Tatum came in at 18. Wait, hold on.
18.
1
So
year.
you're saying elite names. I'm talking about the ones that's under the radar.
So second rounders.
I'm talking about the guys who
Jokic-
I mean, how old was Jokic?
That's been in the league for
Bronny
6
has an
years?
established
No, Jokic
name.
was older.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Bronny has an established name. So
He
that
doesn't have
really
an
apply.
established game.
But you said name.
He doesn't have an established
His
game.
his game is defense. First of all, they love his defense. So and he can shoot the three. So there's his game.
I don't know. I feel like if he wasn't LeBron James' son, people would be like, "Oh, this is a gem."
And he can create plays.
This is a gem.
Zach LaVine
Hell yeah.
came off the bench, was 19 when he came in.
But he was
Lottery.
But he was what?
he was nice.
Lottery. He came off the bench,
But he was getting.
averaged 7.
Nice.
19 is why he got
There were some other
He
things-
averaged 7 coming off.
Didn't Jason Tatum come off the bench his
Give me another
his
name.
rookie year?
Give me another
There were
name.
some other factors at play with Zach LaVine during
Because
the UCLA days.
the father played his son.
That was their power squad they put up.
I cool, but he came off the
I
bench and
understand.
averaged 7.
I understand.
Don't let him do that.
That's 7.
Don't let him do
I
that.
just
Seven.
know.
Man, don't let him do that
I
to
just
you,
know
bro.
that I don't got
one
He'll do
sports
anything to
book.
be
He
right.
would
Let
be
me
a gem
tell
in
you.
the combine if he wasn't Bronny.
Huh?
He would be a gem. People are like, "Oh,
He would
who
be
is
a
this?"
gem.
Listen, all I know is
Gem.
all I know
Yes.
is that college shit don't live in that household. So that's cool and all. Yeah, you did your college USA thing, but yo, we got bigger plans.
We want to see what
Like-
you're
like-
coming into the NBA. I don't care about your
Yeah.
college resume.
Yeah.
What is going to be your NBA resume? So if you average, I just need to see your potential, right?
You got more potential than Michael Jordan kids.
Right? You got no. It ain't even about no. It's 3 years. So like Bronny is 19 years old.
have
In
nothing
3
to
years,
do with this.
in 3 years he be 22.
Saying.
What I'm saying is 3 years he be 22. That means I have him for 3 years to try to make him great. Versus someone who's coming out of college at the same age. I know what you look like at 22, right? You're coming into the NBA at 22. You're at the combine at 22. Versus I can get this 18, 19-year-old kid and work him out for 3 years. I don't know what he's going to be at 22, but I know he's going to be better than you.
And he's holding his own though.
He's going to be better
Ain't
than
like he
you
ho-
at that same age.
Ain't like he playing bad.
That's what they do.
Well, we saw the same thing in McDonald's game. A lot of people thought Bronny shouldn't have made the game, but it wasn't like he came out there looking like a bum. He did good.
Bro, he can play though. It's the IQ though. I think we're missing. Like, bro, what do you
Yes, he's
like? We're looking at
IQ.
you. What you want him to beat LeBron James? He can play. He can play basketball. Like he has IQ. He don't really be out there doing too much. He just play the game, and he's still young, bro. Just wait till you're 21.
That's all they're going off of. He's
Just wait till
young.
you're 21, bro. Watch.
That's all they're going. He's young.
So let's extend this out.
Trust me.
Let's extend this
But
out.
like this,
Trust me.
How many players is Eden? How old is Eden?
His
How old is
face.
Eden?
Zach Edey.
Zach
Why are
Eden's
you
about.
disgusted by a
Look,
little
look.
kid?
And this is
He's a
reality.
little kid.
This.
I'm a basketball.
Zach Edey,
He's a
22,
kid.
or he just turned 22.
Basketball.
Hey,
Savant.
hey,
Do this shit, man.
It's like the yin and yang on this.
Here we go.
Two sides of the couch.
Yeah.
he wants Edey to be a lottery pick, right?
I don't want it.
He think he should be, right? He's 22. I'm looking at a 22-year-old in the NBA right now getting compared to Jordan. Ant-Man.
What is that?
It's 22.
What does that have to do with this? Zach Edey?
This is what it have to do with it. I have a 22-year-old, because he came in at 19, looking like the next Michael Jordan, right?
And that's in 3 years.
That's in 3 years, looking like the next Michael Jordan. So why would I pick a 22-year-old in the NBA or just coming out of college when this is what this age looks like?
Because there's no one else to pick.
Yes, I can pick a 19-year-old.
There's no one.
I can pick a 19-year-old, get him for 3 years, and I know he's going to be better than
You
this
can just
motherfucker
make
coming
a Michael Jordan.
No, I know
Is
he's
that what
going to
you're
be.
saying? You
I
could
know
just-
he's going to be better than the
This is not a
22-year-old.
fucking incubator, or you could just, I'm just gonna take this kid and make him into something. No, the
Yeah,
nigga got
that's-
Anthony Edwards at Georgia was that guy.
Yeah.
That's why he at 22 is being compared to Michael Jordan.
so who do you
Zach Edey at 22 played 4 years.
Yeah.
Right?
And we-
He's
and-
7'4".
Yes.
Two-time National
Right?
Player of
It
the
took
Year.
him
Yes.
that time to develop into that.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't come out early.
Good.
Right.
So now that he's where he's at, he can't stay in college no more longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Should.
So who else are you gonna pick?
Not him.
Not him.
Why?
He's 22.
Why?
He's an old motherfucker.
Is that the only reason you're not gonna pick him? It's because he's 22?
No, but I'm saying how high though?
That's
Lottery? I can
so
get some. No,
weak.
a lottery. No, we
If
can
we're
wait.
talking
No,
basketball, that's the weakest excuse I've ever heard in my life.
Then you might as well.
We're talking basketball.
bro.
We're not talking birth
you-
certificates. What are you talking
we
about?
are.
You're always going to go younger, bro.
What are we
Bro, you're
talking
always going to go
about?
younger.
Edey played in the
When?
combine?
Is it Edey playing at the combine?
Did he play?
Yeah.
I don't know if
Did
he
he
played, but he's
play?
at the combine.
I don't know if he's playing. No, it's because
You know we only care
no.
about
He
Bronny.
won't.
a lot.
Somebody like him won't play because he'd be scared.
Let me find out from Gil. Let me confirm. You know?
Because what if
So-
what if a player like Edey played in the combine and looked horrible?
He's done. You're right.
Lottery picks not playing in the
But
college.
that's what I'm saying.
He's not a lottery-
saying. So if he goes, so the lottery picks can duck smoke, but the kids that are trying to fight for that lottery pick gotta play.
He's there, but
Just
he
not
playing those
impressed,
scrimmages?
No matter what they
Did
do.
he play in the
But
scrimmages?
say Bronny played horrible, then everyone would have been like, see, we told you he's not an NBA player. He's not an NBA player, but he played well. But
It just,
everyone's like, he didn't play well enough.
just doesn't work like that. It's when you're a projected draft pick, you sit your ass down and you watch these niggas fight for the scraps.
So they're fighting for scraps.
They have to fight for it. They have to fight to show
Pick
the
an
they have to.
NBA scrap.
No,
Yes,
think
they
about
have to fight.
Then who's going harder? A college kid that's in college or a bunch of kids fighting for scraps?
You think your resume? You think niggas give? You think people
No.
care about your resume when you get to the NBA from what you did in college?
No, not
Don't
whatsoever.
care at all.
Don't nobody care.
One
They don't
thing.
care if you average 3 or you
Bro,
won a championship.
Don't nobody, bro. Once you get to that, once you put that Jerry logo on your chest, don't nobody care what you did at
College.
at
What do you
UNC.
You gotta
Care.
prove it, right? You gotta prove it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't have a fucking problem proving it. I didn't have a fucking problem showing niggas I deserve to be here. I didn't have no fucking problem doing. I don't think a lot of players who play in college
many
have
workouts did you
have
do?
a fucking problem. 6.
And you went against everybody, like you didn't duck, like.
Huh?
I'm just asking. Shit, I did 15 workouts.
I did
But
17.
you
I
know why you
17.
did 15?
Damn.
Damn.
Huh?
You know why you did 15?
Why?
Because you was coming from overseas.
I know.
They needed to make sure you was proven. So if you would have went to college, they'd have had plenty of film and footage to see. They'd have been like, oh, we watched that game live. We was there. We recruited him. He was there. I'm BJ Armstrong watching you in the Maui Invitation Tournament, and I'm watching you play. I'm like, damn, I know. I watched that game. I was there.
Your senior
he shut
year.
him down.
Your senior year. I mean, your junior year.
Let's stop talking about me, though.
Your junior year. No. So we can
Y'all
show you
love
how it's
using
not valued. How it's not valued. You were a top shooting guard in the country, right?
I was the best.
Okay, now, who was the second best? Did you play against him?
J.J. Redick.
Did you play against him?
J.J. Redick.
He was the second best.
J.J. Redick.
Where did you get drafted? What number?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Pulling it up
J.J.
now.
Redick.
Was the second best player in as a shooting guard.
11th,
11th in the 2005 draft?
2006. He stayed
Six is what
another
came after
year.
you.
He went 4 years.
So name someone that came out in the same draft that you faced that was a lottery pick.
That was a lottery pick?
Nobody.
Charlie, guard?
Yeah. Nobody, sir.
shooting guard.
You said what?
Shooting guard.
Okay.
That he had to go against? Mm-hmm. And I tell you all the guards I went against that was lottery.
But the point is this.
Sure, you play with most of them. Guys.
But yeah. He played. So the point is.
Tracy Wright went second.
Anton
Wright was
Your team had 4 lottery picks?
Yeah.
So my point is this.
Yeah, they was cooking.
In college.
Yeah, they was cooking.
In college.
That's crazy.
In college, in your position as a stud, you don't necessarily play against another juggernaut in your position. So you getting tested for your position probably won't happen in your college.
It happened the whole 3 years I was playing. I dominated my position. What are you talking about? I was the number one shooting guard because I dominated every shooting guard I went up against.
But who was the other lottery picks?
It ain't about who the other lottery pick
was.
Who
was your competition?
There wasn't a need for shooting guards in that draft. That's why I went where I went.
Who was your competition is what I'm saying. When you're in college, there's 14 lottery picks.
It's 30
right?
teams. Somebody need a shooting guard.
What I'm saying is
that's why they didn't pick
what I'm saying is there's 14 lottery picks out of all college basketball.
Yeah.
That means it's not as tough as you think because you probably played your whole career and probably played against 2 people in your position that would have been lottery.
Wow.
Is what I'm saying.
That's the way to dilute it. That's the way to dilute it.
It is diluted like that.
Yeah, it is.
So when you ask
me, a good way to
how many people did I guard in college basketball that was a lottery pick? Jason Richardson, and he wasn't in my position, but I had to guard him.
Damn.
I guarded a lot in college.
So what I'm saying is, what your resume is in college don't mean nothing. When you get to the NBA, they're all NBA players.
And I'm gonna tell you what. And I'm gonna tell you.
That's crazy.
No, it's just facts. I'm not.
There's no facts about what you just said.
So name them.
You just gave a whole hypothetical opinion about some shit.
That wasn't then name them.
Name who? I played against Rudy Gay. I played against Luau Dean. I played against a bunch of motherfuckers who.
I said your position, the guard you're guarding.
Like I said,
the person you're guarding.
The guys that I guarded.
So who tested you and you tested?
It really doesn't matter.
It does.
I didn't guard
now
guys. I didn't guard guys at the 2-guard position.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. I guarded the 3-guard position.
No, you was guarding Luther Head, who was the 2-guard.
I was guarding Darren Williams. We was both guarding different players. Me and Jack Emanuel.
I watched the game. So you was guarding Luther Head. So was Luther Head a lottery? Was Luther Head a lottery?
Look, he was watching the game. I actually guarded D. Brown.
D. Brown?
This nigga played
I actually guarded D. Brown.
So was he a lottery?
You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
It was a lottery?
No. Why does he have to be a lottery?
Again. So it's not a hypothetical, sir. It's an actual fact. Because I'm asking you, how many lottery picks did you play in your position in your junior year? And you can't name one.
How did we all of a sudden move the goalpost to talk about me, but so he can feel good about his point?
So what I'm no.
Y'all just got to go one-on-one.
No,
we just went from Zach Edey. To talking about me.
No, because you were the best.
Fuck, man?
So I'm asking you, who did you play against?
We supposed to be talking about Bronny.
Again.
What the fuck are we talking about me for?
So therefore, when you come into the NBA, that is your test because college is not your test. College is not your test because you're not really playing against anybody.
Come on, man.
In your position. And you proved it. So Bronny has a fair chance because when he gets to the NBA or he's going through this, it is all elite players. That is a fact.
Well, there's no draft picks in the combine he's going up against right now. So there are not elite players he's playing against. Obvious. Those are not the facts.
How do you not know? You don't know who's being drafted at what?
Yo, don't they do private workouts still?
Yes.
So
he's about to go
right. So he's about to. Yeah. So he did this. So now he's about to go in them workouts and really get to it. So I mean, we about to see.
So We asked
Back
the
to school, man.
We asked the
Hey,
chat.
By the way, Johnny Flynn went higher than me in the draft, and he wasn't better than me. And he went
Not
to
a lot of guys that were better than you, Brandon.
No,
Give
but-
yourself some credit.
No, but you said I had to prove myself when I came
did.
back,
You
right?
did.
And I came back and I killed Johnny Flynn in every workout, and he still went
You
higher
had
than
to
me.
prove that, though.
So
Then you couldn't
I did prove it.
You couldn't just not work out with Johnny Flynn and then pick you. You had to prove
No, I did. So what I'm saying, and he still went top 5.
Yeah, but you still.
So-
That don't mean that he wasn't good just because you were better than him. Give yourself some credit, bro.
Was he good?
Yes, he was good. He was very good.
So we asked the chat. Is it obvious? 72% said yes.
Thank you.
I don't know what that means, but we'll
What?
keep it moving.
Is what?
Just a question.
God damn!
We asked the chat.
72%?
Yes.
Is it obvious?
Now 71.
Oh, that you're hating?
Damn.
Is he hating? Is it obvious
what is it-
that?
what are we
is it
talking
obvious
about,
that you gotta come into the NBA and prove yourself because your college resume don't work? Yeah,
It's open
obvious.
to interpretation, but
Is it
the chat gets mad the chat gets mad when they don't feel like they're a part of the show.
It's gonna kill you.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
Well, enough of the college talk. Let's
Don't
switch
go back
up.
to college.
Let's go to the.
From we just talking.
No,
from
you
your,
just said it.
From your
Going back to college.
From your
messed you
example.
up.
It didn't mess me up.
Yes, it did. They
the
told you to
coach-
go back to college. You'd be
the
top
coach
3, and you
talked
didn't go
bad
top 3.
about
So
you.
it messed
Still
you
got
up.
drafted.
We didn't say
Yeah,
you
but-
wasn't gonna get drafted, but you went back because they said you was gonna be top 3, right?
And I should have been.
But you
Yep.
weren't. And you
Yeah.
said it
So
was
that's why you
college
didn't go back to
Didn't
college.
mess me up.
Yeah.
Dirty Roy with
mess
that.
with
You went lower than you
I
were
would have
going
went to
before.
Portland.
You would have been top 10
So
before.
it did mess you up.
Portland.
It did mess you
Yeah.
up because you wanted to be top 3.
I played with KG.
Hey, no sales tax in Portland though.
Played with KG.
Who had the 10th pick the year before? 2004.
You went to
Let me see, Gil.
Because you'd have been top 10 the year before.
what pick you?
Is it obvious?
14. So you'd have been Cat. Boy, you'd have been with LeBron. You'd have been with LeBron.
They would have been like, oh, they would have been here.
No.
That was my man.
That was his man back then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
he would have been a champion.
Okay.
All right, let's keep this thing moving.
No.
See, it didn't work out the way it is.
He'd have been.
Now I'm on this side. now, see how it panned out? It panned out the right way.
He'd have been part of the whole.
It's a whole villain backstory.
Said
It's like,
yin yang.
yeah, see, you fucked it up there and fucked it up there. Nah, he's a hater.
All right, well let's keep this thing moving.
His whole life is hate.
Hate.
Shad, you're a man of the people, well respected and embraced. Black Air Force Ones. We know what time it was today.
It's 3v1 every time I'm on this motherfucker.
No, don't
Feel
do
me?
that. Shot,
Feel
I'll be on
me?
your side.
You know you.
sometimes.
No, Lex. We done talked about this.
I'll be
Over
on your side sometimes.
you said over your shot?
Don't you do that, Trill.
Shad just opened his mouth.
Kendrick all day, baby. You're not like us, nigga.
Someone go get him an Emmy right now. No, so let's keep it moving. Let's